Yes. So, uh, analog control system will be increased in a day by day. Again, there is some. Okay. So, what we will see, but in case of a digital controller, in case of a, although the price of the goods and the service have although the price of the most good and the service have is increased, as we can see in the analog control system, the cost of the digital circuitry continuously to be decreased, because in the digital control system we mainly need a requirement of a software. Okay, so in the Google platform we have a different kind of pirated version of a various software applications, supposed to be the MATLAB software will available in the piracy. Okay, so every kind of software you need not to purchase anything. Okay, in the past such kind of digital control system. Okay, so you need some requirement of a one computer which have a very good processor. Okay, and as well as some controller will be required, that's all. Okay, if we giving some input to the digital input, and from this digital input they will getting some desired output. Okay, controlled output obviously. Okay, so as if I using the analog controller, as we will use the hardware component in the particular analog control system, so analog control system that will be very much expensive also. But if we use the digital controller, so for that cases day to day we will see that every such kind of digital circuitry, okay, or the any such kind of digital circuit have a continuously decreasing in manner. Okay, advancedly we will say that a very large scale integrated circuit, in case of a those who have the EC background, na, electronics and communication engineering. Okay, those who have the EC background, they will know the what the thing. Okay, so those who have EC background, they are learned about the VLSI technology. Okay, VLSI technology, very large scale integrated circuit. Okay, so in the this is actually the advanced version of a digital circuitry. Okay, so the very large scale integration technology have made it possible for the manufacturing better, faster, and the more reliable, better, faster, and the more reliable integrated circuit. Okay, and that will offer them to the consumer at a very lower cost. Okay, as because this will be reformed in a digital circuitry, that means the very large scale integrated circuit, this particular integrated circuit will be based on your digital circuitry. And as we will know, day to day the cost of the digital circuitry will be continuously decreasing manner, so that the manufacturer, those who are using this particular VLSI technology, have made it possible to manufacture a better, a faster, and the more reliable integrated circuit, and that will offer them to the consumer, those who have using this VLSI technology, okay, at a very lower cost. Okay, so that has made the use of a digital controller. This VLSI technology will also, we can say that this VLSI technology will also a one type of a very good example of a digital controller. For controlling this particular VLSI technology, now we need to understand what the digital control system is, because this there has some digital circuitry, there has some digital control mechanism will be there inside this VLSI technology. Okay, so and that particular VLSI technology had made the use of a digital controller more economical. Okay, even for the small and the low cost applications. Okay, very much low cost application we will normally use this particular VLSI technology, which will be based on your digital circuitry and as well as your digital control system. Okay, so that such kind of manufacturer, those who have deals with the particular VLSI technology, they are producing this particular technology, or they will adopted this particular technology with a very small cost. Okay, with a very small cost and the faster, and for manufacture this such kind of VLSI technology, that will be manufactured by some manufacturer for the better performance, faster, and the more reliable integrated circuit. Okay, that which will use in our day to day life. and as well as such kind of this particular VLSI technology also we will see that in the very such kind of industrial areas also. Okay, even in the power plant also we will see this particular VLSI technology in the control panels. Okay, even we will see that this VLSI technology everywhere. Okay, so this particular VLSI technology will be based on what some integrated circuit, that means supposed to be the op-amp based integrated circuit, whatever, because already you will know that the digital and analog circuit, digital circuit and the logic design. Okay, so this particular VLSI technology will be based on the digital control system and as well as the digital circuit, right? So that is actually cost. Okay, so due to this particular small cost, okay, at the faster performance, okay, we will normally mainly use the digital control system. Okay, so analog control system does not have any such kind of faster performances or the better performances rather than the digital control system, and as well as the analog control system has very much expensive rather than if we are using the digital controller. Okay, that is the one advantages of the digital controller. We will also discuss the what the speed is. Okay, because normally we will use the digital computer, so that depending upon the what processor you are using. Okay, depending on the what processor you are using, depending on that your speed will be continuously increasing. After that, supposed to be in the 2022, you if you have a Windows 12. Okay, Windows 12, so for that cases na, for that cases your speed will again be increased in the latter, in the future. Okay, so then also we will normally use the digital control system. So we will discuss with the flexibility is an advantage of a digital control. We have also discussed the implementation error, and we will also discuss some accuracy. Okay, now and now we will discuss about the what are the difference between the continuous time and the discrete time. Okay, continuous time, as we will in the previous lecture, we will also already told, we will already draw this particular figure. Thus these signals which will be continuously at a particular time interval, at a particular, because this is your t. Okay, at a particular, and this is the sampling rate. Okay, x of t, that means whatever the value of your t, that this particular signals which will be designed. Okay, so x of 1, okay, x of 2, okay, at a particular, that means t is equal to 0 to infinity. Depending on that, what will be your continuous signal? Okay, that will depend. Suppose this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Okay, so what will be the values of this? This is actually the continuous signal. Okay, okay, continuous. Okay, so for that cases, the continuous time signals have defined over the continuous range of time. Okay, it is a very important thing. Okay, that is very important thing. Okay, it will be defined over the continuous range of time. Okay, but in case of a discrete time signal, it will be defined only the discrete instance of a time. Okay, discrete instant, okay, of a time. Supposed to be this will be like this. So suppose this is 0, that means it will be designed in a such a way that is CZ. Okay, that means we will design in such a way the discrete time signal in such a way, so that the discrete time controller to be designed in such a way, so that discrete time, this will be called as a TT signal. Okay, so it will be defined as a discrete instant of time, and it will be designed as a continuous range of time. Okay, that means it will be continuous. There will be no break of a signals. Okay, but here we will see this is one signal, this is another signal, this is the two separate signal. Okay, this is another signal for a particular discrete time interval. Okay, for a particular discrete time interval. Okay, for a particular discrete time interval. Okay, this is another signal, this is another signal. These signals are separate. Okay, separate signal, as because we will see that in this case it has a continuous time signal, but in this cases this will be the discrete instant of a time. Okay, here the values of t will be different, here the values of t will be different for the discretely. Okay, so it can be now, it can be considered as a sequence of, a discrete values. Okay, and in case of a discrete time signals, now when we will design the digital control system, or if we will see the simplified version of the digital control system, we will normally show this discrete system as a CZ. Okay, CZ. Okay, so that is actually the difference between, so there will be, so there will be the difference between the continuous versus the discrete time signal. The continuous time signal have a continuous range of time. Okay, and in case of a discrete time signals, we have a discrete instant of a time. Okay, and it can be considered as a sequence of a discrete values. Okay, that means discrete values means there will be the summation of a from t to infinity. Okay, t is equal to 0 to infinity, right? Now next we will goes to the digital and analog signal. Okay, so this kind of signal will be known as a, this kind of signal which will be known as an analog signal, because as it is a continuous in both time and values. Okay, whatever the values of the t, it will be the continuously give some signals to the output. Okay, so but in case of a digital signal, it will be known as as I will told in the previous point, that it will be the discrete instant of time. It will be discrete instant of time, so that it will be defined as a discrete time signals with a quantized value or the finite precision value. Okay, so there have some, so this will be, we will see that this will be the continuous signal. Okay, in both time and value, whatever the values of t, it will be continuously, so that will be implemented in the analog signal. Okay, but in case of a digital signal, they must have some discrete values of time. Okay, they must have some discrete values of time. So there will be the different signal which will be shows in this particular figure, with a different values of, with a, keep remind these things always. In case of a digital signals, this particular signals will be depends upon the discrete time. Okay, discrete. Okay, discrete time interval, discrete time interval, depending on the values of t, or we can say that it's a small t. Okay, for the finite values. Okay, so that is actually the digital signals. Okay, digital signal, that means supposed to be, this signals will be generated at a point 0. Okay, this signals will be generated at a point 1, this signals will be again generated at a point, suppose 1, this is 0, like this. Okay, so discretely the time will be divided. Okay, so this signal will be different, this signals will be different, this signals will be different. Okay, this signals will also be different, this signals is different, this signal is different, this signal is different. It will be not been continuous signals. Okay, but this signals which will be whatever the values of the t, this will be the continuously, whatever the values of t, whether t is equal to 1 or whether t is equal to 2 or whether t is equal to 3. Okay, so that will not depends upon what the values you are input. Okay, that means what the values, that means what will be your ut. Okay, what will be your input, that will not depends upon your t. Okay, so that is actually the analog signals. It will be continuous in both time and the values. Okay, but in case of a digital signal, it will be the discrete time signals with a quantized value or the finite precision values. Okay, so the now we will discuss the structure of a digital control system. Okay, so before starting the structure of the digital control system, as I will already told that, here we will draw this particular structures. Okay, so the structure, so before starting the structure of the digital control system, we will told that. Okay, so one thing from 10:40. Did you have any class? Do you have any class? Anjali?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which class you have? Nishan sir, I think, principal
तो
sir.
निशान सर का तो 120 से होगा, 11:30 से प्रिंसिपल सर का है।
Okay,
अभी नहीं है किसी का
okay,
class।
okay, fine. Okay, fine. So actually, the structure now we will go towards the before starting the structure of the digital control system. We will know that to control a physical system. Okay, so we supposed to be we have some physical system or we have some process which process which will using the digital controller. The controller must receive the measurement from the system. Okay, and that system, that controller will be process this particular system and send it to the control signals, okay, to the actuator that will affect the control action. That is actually the mechanism of a particular digital control system. Okay, so in case of a basic structure of the digital controller, okay, we have some few components which will be very much important. One is a process, okay, which will be the main thing. So in this particular process there must have some disturbances. Either the disturbances will be some atmospheric disturbances or human made disturbances, okay. And inside whatever the disturbances will be, so there will be some components which will be desired in this for designing this particular digital control system. Okay, so first we will draw this particular system, then we will discuss later on, okay, what are the different components which we will require for the uh, for the digital control system. Okay, so if we will see that, so suppose first we have some process. Okay, suppose here we will draw. So first we have some actuator and process. Okay, so here we will connect here here we will connect some computer. Okay, so from this particular computer we are considering we are connect some DAC. Okay, so there must have some input which will be called as a reference input. Okay, now there will be the output which will be controlled variable. Hmm. So from that is such kind of feedback path. Now we can draw the feedback path. Okay, so for the feedback part we need some requirement of the sensors to sense any such kind of fault which will occur in the process. Okay, now from the sensors we will connect, because whatever the values which will be coming, okay, that will be the analog signal which will be flow. Okay, so we will connect the ADC, analog to digital. Okay, and then it will goes like this. Okay, so that is actually the configuration of a basic digital control system. So in this particular structure, so we need have some requirement of this particular reference input. Okay, we need have some requirement of a particular computer. Okay, we need have some requirement of a particular computer. We need the digital to analog converters. Okay, there we which will be the main thing, the process, okay, inside this particular system, okay. So that will be the desired output which will be defined as a your yt, okay. Hmm. So from there we need some requirement of the sensor, okay. We need some requirement of a analog to digital converters, okay. So from there this will goes to the again the particular computer, okay. So the thing is that uh, to control a physical system or a process using a digital controller, because this computer is actually nothing but a what, it's a nothing but a control, okay, which will control your particular value, okay, inside this particular process, okay. So to control the physical system or to control the process, using this particular digital controller, okay, I will mark this one, right. So what we will told, that to control the physical system, okay, to control this physical system or the process, okay, using this particular digital computer or the digital controller, the controller must receive the measurement from the system, okay. So this particular controller is required what, the sum of the measurement unit that will be implemented to this particular digital controller. That means what will be the nature of the process, okay, that need to understand this particular controller, okay. So without knowing this particular process be which type of process is, okay, that should be known to this particular computer, otherwise it should not be possible whenever we were giving some input to the digital computer, okay, that will give the only the desired output, okay. So before knowing the what the actual factor of this process or what the actual behavior of the process, so some measurement signals or the measurement process which will be there inside this particular process that need to understand to this particular controller or this particular digital computer, okay. So that I told that the controller must receive, this particular controller must receive the measurement from the system, and then only it will, this particular computer, then only it should process, okay, otherwise not, okay. And then it will send, and this particular controller will be send the control signal to the actuator, then only this particular controller will be send the signals to the actuator. The actuator is inside the process, okay, which will be receive the signals from the digital controller, okay. In almost all applications, both the plant and the actuator are the analog system. Keep in mind these things. Whatever the system which will be implemented in this particular process or the actuator, normally this system will be the analog system. Okay, this system will be your analog system. Okay, so due to this analog system, okay, we normally use, as because this particular process or actuator, okay, in all application we will use the analog system, so that from this particular digital controller or some digital computer, the output must be your digital, okay. So that's why we will convert this particular digital input to the analog input, so that it will access this particular actuator or the process if it is a digital na? So from there some digital input which will be there, which will be outgoing from there, okay. So if we not use this, अगर इसको हम use नहीं करते हैं, ठीक है, then what happen, ठीक है, so it will not access this particular digital controller output, that will not access this particular actuator or process, because the actuator and the process, ठीक है, is actually the analog system which will be not been responding, so we will not get some desired output, okay. So that is why we will normally use in the system, okay, a DAC, okay, digital to analog converter, for controlling or for getting some controlled variable to the output, okay. So what I will told in the almost all application, both the plant and the actuator are the analog system. This is a situation, this is a situation where the controller and it to be controlled speak in a same language, or we can say that suppose we can say, and for them, for there, we can say that this particular controller which will be send the signal of a digital, and this particular digital signals which will be converted from digital to analog, and here some analog signal will be goes on, some analog signal, then actuator or the process will be sends this particular analog signals, okay, then it will be goes towards the sensors which will be also the analog signal, okay. So sensor is also defined as an analog system, okay, where only sensor will be defined as the analog system, okay. So then this particular sensor, okay, this particular sensor give the analog signals to the A to D converter, because when we have, because this is a feedback path na, so when it will be goes to again to the, is any such kind of error will be occurred, that will sense by the sensors, that will sense by the sensors again this particular analog signals, okay, which will be revert back to the particular computer, so that यहाँ पे तो तुम्हारा एनालॉग सिग्नल्स आ रहा है, ठीक है, so that will be mostly converted to the digital, so that the computer will be understand, or the digital computer will be understand, so the again it will be converted to the digital signals, okay, then it will be goes back to the computer, okay. So this particular control, digital control system will be actually the closed loop control, obviously, because we have a feedback path, it have a closed loop control, right. So so for and what is the function of this particular sensor in this particular process, okay, you will know the what the function of this particular, because you know the particular function what the digital controller will be doing. Digital controller will be nothing but your digital computer for getting some datas, okay, to the actuator, okay. So you will know that what the function of this particular actuator or the process. So inside this process there will be must have some disturbances, okay, there must have some disturbances, okay. So that will be very much negligible. So disturbances may takes place, okay, so either in a human being, okay, so human made disturbances, or we can say that some environmental disturbances which will be there inside the process, okay. So that disturbances will be negligible. So if I neglect this particular disturbances, okay, so due to this particular disturbances now some error, whatever the values of your yt, okay, even though some of the error signal which will be flow through this particular feedback path due to this particular disturbances, okay. So that so sensor will be sense if any such kind of mathematical or some theoretical error which will be occurred inside the process, which will be there or not, okay. So a sensor is needed, this particular sensor is needed to monitor the controlled variable, this controlled variable, okay, there's that y of t, this particular sensor will be controlled y of t, that means whatever the output which will be getting from this particular process, that will be controlled by the sensors, okay. So the sensors is needed to monitor the controlled variable for the feedback control, okay. The combination of the element, okay, the combination of this particular whole element, okay, are inside a very closed control loop, okay, this is a very closed control loop, okay. So the variation on this particular control configuration, even though what we will see sometime it will happen some variation, okay, so some variation of the control configuration is also might be possible. For example, supposed to be what I can say, supposed to be the system could have a several reference input, okay, or the controlled variable, okay. So each with a loop is similar to, because here we will in this particular figure we will only use the only one reference input, okay. Supposed to be u of t is your reference input, okay, u of t is your reference input. It may happen inside the system they have a n number of reference input, okay, they must have a n number of reference input to the particular digital computer, okay. So supposed to be this is u dash t, Okay, this particular input is your u double dash t. Okay, so it may happen inside the system they have a several reference input and the several control variables. Suppose the several controlled input, suppose ut u dash t. Okay, this is the control input. Okay, u double dash t. Okay, so this will be your reference input. So several in the system there will be several reference input, not only the single input which will be there, that will be the basic structure. But physically when we will go to the plant, okay, we will see that there will be the n number of input, which reference input, which will be entered into the digital controllers. Okay, so what we will see, so for the n number of digital input, for the n number of reference input, okay, what we will see, there will be the n number of digital output, sorry, control variable which will be there. So supposed to be the control variable y of t, y of dash t, okay, y double dash t, that will be your control variable, okay, to the output. Okay, so what we will see, the system could have a several reference input and the controlled variable, so each with a loop similar to, so each loop has some particular configuration. So the system, so what we will told, so the system could also include a inner loop with a digital or analog controller. Okay, so inside this particular whole system na, so this is the basic structure of the system. Inside this particular system there must have some loop system which will be there. Okay, there must have some loop system, there must have some loop system which will be the reference input to this particular structure of the digital control. ओके, सो इसके साथ क्या होता है, ये तो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है, ठीक है, इसके साथ और एक तो लूप सिस्टम होता है फॉर कंट्रोलिंग द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रेफरेंस इनपुट एंड एज वेल एज फॉर कंट्रोलिंग द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ controlled variable, like this. Okay, so that is actually some basic structure which I will show. Okay, so if I will redesign these things, right, if I will redesign these things, okay, that is actually look like this. Okay, so suppose if I draw these things, suppose here, look, this is actually, okay, so suppose if I draw, suppose if I draw like this, so वहां पे जो देखें जो फिगर, इसको अगर हम रीमॉडिफाई करते हैं, ठीक है, इफ आई यूजिंग द प्रोसेस, इफ आई कंसीडर द प्रोसेस एज अ प्लांट, okay, then what we will see, if I will see the supposed to be here is a controller we are using, digital some closed loop continuous time control system. Okay, closed loop time continuous control system, like that. Okay, first we will draw the closed loop time control system like this. Okay, so supposed to be here we are using some controller like this, here is some controller, digital computer we are using, there is some plant. Okay, so from the plant there we'll have some output, okay, which will be your y of t. Okay, and from this controller some control signal which will be there, this is a control input which will be your u of t. Okay, now we have some reference input because this is a error signal. Okay, which is your actually et. Okay, so there will be some summer which will be there, there will have some command input, which will be the command input or the reference input, we can say rt. Okay, so the now we are putting some sensors. Okay, so from the sensors we will get some data. Okay, so that is Actually, the structure of a typically closed loop, continuous time control system. This structure will be based on the continuous time. I will told you in the continuous time, difference between the continuous time and the discrete time. Okay, this is actually the structure of a the continuous time control system where we will use the controller. Okay, just like as a digital signals. Okay, just like as a digital controller. But if I will go to the digital control or the discrete time control system, okay, or we can say that the digital control system, so there must have some difference. So what the difference is we need to connect some digital to analog converter, okay, and analog to digital converters, okay. So for that cases, if what we will see, we will now just we will, if we will see that in the digital controller में क्या होगा, यहाँ पे तो जगह नहीं है, okay, here we will see, if I consider the discrete time signals, discrete time control system, okay. So for that cases, as we will see in this last figure, this is actually what, this is actually nothing but a the continuous time control system, closed loop, obviously, because they have must have some feedback path, okay. So if I see the digital control system, if I see the digital control system, the basic structure, so what will be, this is the command input, nothing but यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, एक तो draw करेंगे ADC A to D, and we have to connect before the plant D to A, not more than that, okay. So what our diagram will be like this, diagram will be like this. We have a command input to the summer, we have a command input, okay, which is RT, okay. Then we have a error signal, which will be your ET. Then we have to connect ADC. Already I draw the structures, okay. Then we have a computers, or we can say that a controller, okay. As we will in the previous figure, we will write over here is a controller, okay, controller, or the we can say that the digital control algorithm, we can say control algo, okay. Then we have to connect DAC. So from DAC we get some controlled input, okay. Now we have a main plant, okay. So some controlled output which will be there, which is your Y of t, and from there we have some sensors, and from the sensors we will get some desired value, okay. So that is actually the basic representation of, this is actually the basic representation of a digital control structure, or we can say that the discrete time control structure. So this is your what? Your discrete time continuous structure, and this is your what? The continuous time control structure or the control system. Okay, so both are in a closed loop. Okay, so the similarity is that the both are in a closed loop. Okay, here also it's a closed loop control. Closed loop control. Okay, so what the mechanism is? So there will have some plant. Okay, so the plant may have some disturbances. Okay, may have some disturbances. So due to these disturbances, we have so from the plant we have get some desired output or some controlled variable or some controlled variable. So due to this particular disturbances, we will check whether this particular controlled variable have some error or not. Okay, so for that we need some requirement of this particular sensor. The sensor will be check whether in this particular controlled variable have some error or not. If such kind of error which will be occurred, then it will be goes back to this particular summer. Okay, or we can say that it will be again goes back to this particular, or we can say that it will be again goes back to the particular computer. Okay, so we will normally not do these things. First we have to send back to the particular summer section. Okay, where we have some getting the input to the command. We have give some input to the command, and from this input it will be checking from using this particular ADC. Okay, and from this particular ADC it will be, so this is actually analog to digital, because in this is actually the digital computer, so there will be must have some requirement of input is digital. Okay, so we need some requirement of a digital to analog. Okay, so from there the output should have some digital. Okay, so this particular plant must have a, already I will told most of the plant or the process or the actuator will have a analog system. Okay, so analog system, so this particular input should have a digital input. Okay, should have some analog input. Okay, so that it will process the plant. Okay, so that then it will getting some control variable, or it will we will get some data which will be the output as a y of t. Okay, so in this particular command input or the reference input, in this reference input we have a n number of reference input. Okay, so that is actually a basic structure of a digital control system, or the basic representation of a discrete time control structure, right? Okay, so okay, so I think today we will stop our session because already time is over. Okay, so we will discuss in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so what the some basic examples. Okay, some basic examples, and how the various types of kind of, if you see in your first module, there will have some sampling theorem. Okay, some numerical analysis. Okay, so these are the things which will be there in the module 1. Okay, so before going to the sampling process, we need to understand why this particular theory which will be developed for the control digital control system, that means the sampling theory. Okay, then we will discuss some advantages and another advantages for using the digital system. Okay, already we will discuss the advantages, so there will be more some advantages. Okay, which will be very important for the digital system. Okay, like a high reliability, for the design purpose. Okay, for the reproduction of a such kind of thing. Okay, so that thing, okay, we will discuss. Okay, so next so tomorrow we will discuss these things, how this particular sampling theorem will be occurred, and some basic examples and the structure of a digital control. Okay, some basic examples like uh, suppose I already told the closed loop drug delivery system. Okay, aircraft maintenance system, robotics application area. Okay, so what the control structure which will be there, okay, that I will discuss in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so is there any question? कौन कौन है?
एसके में सर,
हाँ बोलो।
वो सर डिजिटल सिस्टम में इनपुट जो होगा वो जैसे कि एनालॉग में था यूनिट स्टेप, यूनिट रैम्प, यूनिट इम्पल्स, वो इनपुट होगा या फिर इसमें कुछ अदर टाइप का है सर इसमें इनपुट, जो रेफरेंस इनपुट हम लोग देंगे?
हाँ, रेफरेंस इनपुट जो देंगे, समझ में नहीं आया, और एक बार बोलो।
जैसे कि सर एनालॉग जो हम लोग पढ़े थे उसमें रेफरेंस इनपुट देते थे ना, यूनिट स्टेप हो गया, यूनिट रैम्प है, यूनिट इम्पल्स है। तो ये डिजिटल सिस्टम में, डिजिटल कंट्रोल सिस्टम में हम लोग रेफरेंस इनपुट क्या देंगे?
रेफरेंस इनपुट हमको डिजिटल देना है, डिजिटल सिग्नल्स, ठीक है, because reference input RT, that means when we will discuss in the sampling theorem na, in the sampling theorem we have a two configuration, one is a zero or hold signals which will be there, and the discrete signals which will be there, that which will be used as a reference input, okay, in the digital system. This is not the analog system where we will use the analog input, okay, is that
Yes
clear?
sir, RT means here not RAM system.
Not the RAM system. This is
Okay,
actually
okay
the
sir,
reference
thank you.
reference signals, that is why we should retain the R of t, okay.
Okay
Okay, is there any question?
yes sir.
Okay, we will discuss which type of input we will give to the, when we will briefly discuss the structure na, then we will discuss which type of input we will share, okay. That today we will only give the basic structure information, okay, not more than that. We will enter into the jet transformation na, so there must have a huge transformation part which will be there, where there we will discuss, okay, which type of input
Yes
which
sir.
will be there. Okay, is there any question or not? Okay, so I think we will stop our session. Tomorrow we will again meet at around 10:40. Okay, I will give you some time. I will share some time. Okay, so that you will join. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you sir. Thank you sir.